Hey FlossTube, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and are getting ready to usher in the new year with joy and have had a very fulfilling holiday time. I'm back after a few days. Touch base. I have actually been, I hate this phrase, but adulting the last few days. All of my Christmas decorations are packed up, put away, except for the one little cross-stitch Santa Claus pillow hanging on my hall tree that I forgot to get up and pick up and put away. So I have to go out later and tuck that into one of my Christmas bins. But when I get that done, it's all put away till next year. I'm really proud of myself because I am a serial procrastinator when it comes to doing stuff like that. And it would not have been surprising in the least had I drug all that stuff into the new year with me. But anyway, I've had a very interesting morning. My husband went over to my in-laws to eat breakfast because he typically gets up a lot earlier than I do. I worked a 2 to 10 shift for years, and my body still wants to run on that, go to bed at 1, get up at 8 or 9 in the morning kind of thing. So I am not an early riser. So when I got up at 7:40 this morning, he was gone. So I piddled around and fed all the animals and all my little morning routine, scooped a dozen litter boxes and fed all the dogs and cats and lizards and la 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 la. And I thought, he's still not home. I'm going to go ahead and jump in the shower. So I did, got out, and he walked in the door and said, "Let's go to the grocery store." So I went to the grocery store. God help me, Walmart on New Year's Eve, with everybody preparing to celebrate. Right about the time everybody was getting home from church or getting out of church and going to the grocery store. And it was packed. And I survived it. But I about froze my happy ass off because my hair was still wet from my shower. So I'm clean but cold. I have convinced him he is going to have to turn the thermostat up. Both of us are very well insulated folks. And I'm pretty comfortable usually at 70 degrees. And our thermostat is one of those smart thermostats, and it's supposed to be set at a range from 68 to 73 and keep it there in the middle. Well, I've been freezing, and I'm just never cold. So I've convinced him that he needs to turn it up to 70 to 73, and I'm hoping to thaw out soon. I hope. When I'm done with this, I'm going to go put on my warm, snuggly pajamas, and I may put an electric throw over me on the couch and stitch from there. But anyway, and then I came in here and was trying to get organized and got the stapler out. I have patterns to show, which is why I was stapling. I printed off some PDF stuff and got the stapler out and went to staple something, and it wasn't working. And I opened it up and because I thought it was going to need staples, and instead it flew apart and hit me in the head with the thing of staples that ejected. So, I had survived my minor head injury, but it's been an adventurous morning so far. Anyway, I was going to visit just real quickly with y'all, and I'm proud of myself. I have gotten a little bit of work done on my WIPs this week, even though I have, been adulting. That's no fun, is it? But anyway, and I was going to show, I made my project bags. And I've got 8 of them made so far, and I've got my WIPs in there. And this was a basket that we had around the house. And it's a cheapo thing. I got it from Wayfair. It wasn't very expensive. It was a bitch to put together because it arrived in pieces parts when I got it. But anyway, it's perfect for me to tuck all the WIPs, the project bags into. And then I've just been leaving it sitting on the hall tree in the living room, since that's where I do the majority of my stitching. And I can just bring it over to the couch and sit in my little stitchy spot and pull things out one at a time. So, worked perfectly for that. But that brings us to the WIPs. So, the first one is Henry O'Hare, who is a Lizzie Kate kit. And again, I got Henry through the kindness of Linda Newcomb when she saw on, I think it was Stitch Mania, that I was really looking for the charts. And there are 4 total ones in the series. There's Henry and Clara. And then there's 2 more, Pansy and I don't remember who the 4th one is by, or the name of the 4th one. But anyway, if y'all have Pansy or the other little one, and would like to, share a chart with me, it's, you know, pass the stash kind of thing, or let me buy a kit from you, I would love to do so. But anyway, this is what I've gotten. Whoops, need something to hold up behind him, Leslie. This is what I've gotten done so far on Henry. And when you last saw it, I just had mostly the light colors of the plaid done in this little pocket on his vest here. So I've added in the darker purple, and then I had a little bit of this done up here, which is where the collar of his shirt is. But I think I have 2 more little tiny pieces, but you know, my thread ran out and I quit there. But anyway, I've got twice as much done as what I had the beginning of the week. So progress is progress, right? I'm taking it. You can't stop me. So Henry's coming along. I really want to have him done and finished. I'm going to try my first stand-up. Try to have him finished for Easter. And then my next WIP is... Oh no, I used my list to back him with. Where's my list? Heaven help me. There we go. The Selfie sampler from Lizzie Kate, because I can't be organized even when I have a list, and Lord help me if I don't. And here's the Selfie sampler. And I love it because it says, "Dear self, today you will shine." And I just think it's cool. I like it. We all need a little self-validation and encouragement. And I've gotten a little bit more done on it. I had a visit from the frog, and he outstayed his welcome here. But last time I had basically the I will and the S, and then this little motif under here done. And the last couple of days, I have gotten the today and that little flower motif and a little heart in the box done, and the rest of shine. And I stitched shine a total of 3 times because I stitched it, had to frog out the I and E, stitched it again, and realized that I had spelled shine S-H-I-M-E. How I made that N into an M, I don't know, but I managed. I had to frog it out again, and finally, 3rd time's a charm, I did get I will shine done. So there's project on the Selfie sampler. Oh, and I got the little basket over here partially done too. So progress is progress. So I'm real happy with that. And I really think I'll have this one done couple weeks at the outside if I actually apply myself and work on it. It's going real quick. Happy with it. And I like stitching with 1 thread, and it's 1/2 on 32 count. And it just seems to go so much quicker when you're not worried about how the threads are laying, and you're not having to line up 2 threads to thread your needle. And Henry there is he is 2 threads over 2 on, I think, 32 count also, but so that takes a little bit longer. And then my next one is Old Glory by Little House Needleworks. And I was going to do a different patriotic small, but I didn't have the threads for it. And I finally just decided I was going to start what I had with what I had, and that's what I did. Got my bad habit of having my needle through the fabric here. So this is what I've got done on Old Glory. Last time I just had the words, the Old Glory, and part of the staff there stitched. And since then I've added most of that green down at the bottom and fleshed out the staff a little bit. So again, that's going pretty quick, and it is 2/2 on, I'm not sure if this, I think this is 32 count also. I think it might be 28. I don't know. It was a scrap of linen I pulled out of my stash, so I didn't pay that much attention. Figured it out at the time to make sure it would be big enough to have that pattern on there, and then left it at that. And I've slept since then, and you know, I don't remember what I had for breakfast, so I don't know. And then I also got a little bit accomplished on If a Flower Bloomed, which is an old Mosey and Me pattern. I think this pattern is the better part of 20 years old. 1996, so yeah, 21. And this one's going to be a gift for my best friend. And I got most of the rest of the birdhouse done. I got the cloud done here on the one side. I need to finish out the cloud over here. And finish out the windows and the details on the birdie. But I've got most of that one motif on it done. So that's the majority of this little box up here. And of course, I still have to do the bigger pieces, the cat, the rabbit, the carrots, the words, and the little bee and flowers down here. But, yeah, it's progress. Her birthday's not till July, so as long as I'm making forward progress, I'm going to call it a done deal. And that's 2/2 on I think it's a 25 count white even weave. And I was good. Instead of starting something else new so far, I worked on Things Unseen. And this is actually the one that I have accomplished the most on. Because I was feeling guilty about not getting anything done on it. And as y'all noticed, I stitch in hand. I don't use a frame or a hoop. I stitch in hand. And I roll up the fabric from the one side, so I try to get my hands touching as little as I possibly can. But I finished the little house there, and I have filled in the frame. You can't see it here because it's rolled up, but filled in the frame all the way around. And you know that moment of jubilation when a frame around something matches up when you're coming from two different sides? Yes, that was a wonderful moment about 11 o'clock last night. So, progress again. And it's kind of my goal this week is I'm going to concentrate on this one and see if I can have a finish by this time next week. So maybe by the end of next weekend, I hope to have that one done. We'll see. I'm never super positive. And this is the pattern. It's a Lizzie Kate, Things Unseen. So I've got to fill in this bottom third here. And then there's like some little tiny bee motifs over in here and here that I need to do. And I have made a couple of changes to this. I've used most of the recommended threads. But I didn't like the words in black. So I've changed a couple of the words to be done in a purpley color. I don't remember the number or the name of the thread, but I'll list that down in the comments when I actually get it done. And I think around this outside border, which is done in a gray and then alternating with white or kind of an ivory color, I'm probably gonna, I may change that to be that purpley color out there too, because I just like color and, you know, what the heck. It's mine. I can do it. But there's my WIPs. I made progress. Yay me. And I did decide that since I had made some progress, by golly, I'm going to reward myself. And I really wanted to start something tomorrow on New Year's Day. Kind of to, well, I'm going to start the year cross-stitching, so I'm going to carry through the year cross-stitching. And I probably won't get a whole lot done because I'm cooking New Year's dinner. So I have to be cooking tomorrow. Get my black-eyed peas in the crock pot early. And excuse me, then we have a ham and some other stuff. Some Brussels sprouts and... Oh, my in-laws love my mashed potatoes, so I have to make mashed potatoes. It's my father-in-law's reward is he'll have mashed potatoes because he is a type 2 diabetic, but he's largely controlled by diet. And I admire him. He has much more self-control than me because I cannot say no to mashed potatoes. But he does all the other times, like special occasions. So I have to make mashed potatoes for him to have tomorrow. But I'm going to reward myself and start Oh Beautiful, which is a shepherd's bush design. And I've seen it stitched up. And the picture on the kit does it absolutely no justice because it is an absolutely fabulous piece. So I may not get much done, but by golly, I'm going to start. So I can say I started something to begin 2018 because that's how I mean to go on is stitching a lot. So I thought starting was apropos of that. Hang on one second. Let me grab these patterns. And I've been a printing fool. I had plenty of paper, thank God, but I'm going to have to replace my color ink cartridge because I printed a lot. And the first thing I printed off, I purchased this a while back, but the PDF had just been sitting in my email and I had never done anything with it. And this is Paisley Peacock, which I just think is beautiful. I've seen a couple of people who've stitched this up, posted on Stitch Mania or Cross Stitch Addicts, and it just looks like a beautiful piece. It's by Shannon Christine Designs. And so it's all printed out and ready to go. Put that in my file. And then I also saw these. Facebook's a dangerous thing. Maybe not quite as bad as YouTube, but close. I saw this one first, and I think it's called Gingerbread Cat. And it is from a Russian designer, and I cannot remember nor pronounce her name. But I will link it in the comments below, and I'll link the Paisley Peacock too. But, you know, I'm a crazy cat lady, and I love gingerbread, and I just thought this was awesome. I thought it was just beautiful. It's got so much detail, so many different little motifs within the cat. So this, I don't typically stitch a whole lot of really dense, full coverage kind of pieces, so this will be ambitious for me. But it was so beautiful, I could not get it. And then from the same designer, this is another of her patterns. And I think this one is called Provençal Cat. But I don't remember that for sure. But I will link it in the comments below. But isn't that pretty? And I think they face opposite ways. So what I'd like to do is stitch them and, you know, when I get them framed, put them facing each other on the wall. I think that would be really cool. If I can get those done and put them in my kitten room where I have a lot of cat stuff. Go figure. But anyway, I bought those a while back, but I've never printed them off. So that's my version of haul for this week because I haven't anything else. Although I did find this in an envelope on my desk because I'm real bad about the mail comes and I just throw it on my desk. And once or twice a month, I sit down and deal with the mail because I just hate doing it. But I had ordered this off of eBay a while back. And I do like SamSarah designs. And this is one of their designs. This is Over the Hill, Part 1. And I made the mistake of not closely reading the description when I ordered this, because this is part 1 of 9. Now, it can be stitched as an individual piece by itself. So I have to decide if I'm going to do it as an individual piece or if I'm going to try to accumulate, you know, parts 2 through 9 and stitch the whole thing. But it's got a bee on it. So, you know, if I do it by itself, I'm cool with that. So that'll go in the pattern stash too. Oh, I have some housekeeping I need to take care of. On my FlossTube number 4, I did a giveaway for some Hardanger and Ada. And the lady who won the Ada was Lori Grafori. And Lori has contacted me, and I have that ready to mail out to her Tuesday when the post office opens. But the lady who won the piece of Hardanger, her name is Susan Oberfell. And I have sent a couple of messages and tried contacting her via Facebook, via Stitch Mania and Cross Stitch Addicts, and so far have had no luck. So, Susan, if you see this, shoot me an email or message me on YouTube or find me on Facebook, however you want to do it. My email is lesliedhurley@gmail.com, and I'm on Facebook as Leslie Knopp, Knopp Hurley. So, any way you want to get in touch with me, just let me know so I can get your Hardanger to you. Because, you know, your number came up on the number generator thingy, so you should get it. And then on FlossTube number 5, where I talked about the project bags, I had another giveaway for enough, it's a half yard of 2 different materials and some fusible fleece to make a project bag out of. And one of the winners that popped up for that one was Sherry Loves Stitching, was her YouTube name. And Sherry's contacted me. I've got yours all addressed and ready to go out on Tuesday also, Sherry. So you're good to go. And the other one was Trini Bear. So Trini Bear, if you see this, get in contact with me again. You can comment below this video, message me on YouTube, email me at lesliedhurley@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook as Leslie Knopp, Knopp Hurley, and send me a private message or from me there, whatever. But find some way to get a hold of me so I can get your address and get this sent to you, because, you know, your number came up. You won. You ought to get it. And to both you ladies, if I don't hear from you by Friday, which is January 5th, if I don't hear from you by midnight on Friday, January 5th, I will redo the number generator program and pull 2 new names next Saturday, the 6th. So you guys get in touch with me because you lucked out on this, and I know, they're not awesome, but hey, there's something and they're free. So let me know so I can send them to you. What else? I've been trying to think of some things that might be cool to do as videos. And I notice once every week or a couple of weeks, people are remarking on either, one of the Facebook groups I belong to, which are Stitch Mania and Cross Stitch Addicts, and there's a couple I don't remember. There's smaller ones. But people frequently remark on how do you keep organized on your stash, on what you do and don't do. And I think there are several apps out there for that. I personally use the XStitch app, and I find it to be invaluable because I was real bad about, I went to the store or, I go to the LNS or get online to order something, and I'd go, oh, okay, it calls for this and this and this and this. And I would buy those threads, and then they'd come in and I'd go to put them in my stash and find out, oh, look, I already have that. And, I'd rather, instead of duplicating stuff I already have, I'd like to get different stuff. So the XStitch app has been very, very valuable to me. So I think, and you guys let me know what you think about this, but I think I'm going to do a tutorial on using that. It's very easy. It's very user-friendly, very simple. The only recommendation that I would have to the designers, and I have emailed them about this, not that they care what I say, was I wish they would add Mill Hill beads to it, because boy, would I like some inventory control on that too. But y'all let me know what you think about it, and if there's any positive response, think that might be valuable to anybody, I'll do that this coming week, and talk a little bit about how I use it, how it works for me. There are some features to it that I don't use anywhere near as much as I should, but that a lot of y'all that journal more about your cross-stitching, I think it could be valuable to you for that also. But anyway, that's my plan right now, and then sooner or later I am going to do a video about stash hell right over there. Not super organized, but it is what it is. It's mine. So, gotta take what you can get, right? But anyway, and I already own that. And while I'd like to go buy more furniture and a better organization system, again, I already own that, and I'd rather spend the money on cross-stitch stuff. So I'll do that, and I don't know, y'all. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to hear me blather on about, and we'll go from there. But it was good to visit with y'all again today. I'm going to go put on my nice warm jammies, find the electric throw, and park my fat fanny on the couch and do some stitching. Doesn't that sound good? Sounds awesome to me. I have big plans for the rest of the day. I think it's around 1 o'clock, 1:30 maybe. But it's football Sunday, so my husband will be parked in there watching football, and I'm just going to park and hang out with him and do some cross stitch. See what I can accomplish on Lizzie Kate's Things Unseen, maybe. See if I can get a little closer to a finish on that. But anyway, I want to wish you all, since I won't talk to you again in 2017, that you have 2018 filled with happy stitching, all the health in the world, all the happiness in the world, and just all the richness and blessings of God's love. I will talk to you guys soon. Y'all have a great day, a happy new year, and a blessed 2018. See ya. Bye.